Well, over the weekend, reports indicated that RG3 would not be the Redskins' starting quarterback in Week 1 against the Dolphins. And on Monday afternoon, Redskins head coach Jay Gruden confirmed that the team will go with that guy, Kirk Cousins, to open the season. Gruden says the move is in the team's best interest, which is winning games.
When it's all said and done, after all the film that we've gone through, all the off-season activity, all the training camp footage, we feel like at this time, Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win, and that's where we're going.
I don't believe the quarterback that they need to take them to where they want to go, and that's competing for titles, is currently on their roster.
Okay, I have seen enough of Kirk Cousins to tell you he is average at best and mostly below average. And the joke is going to be on Jay Gruden if he thinks he can go places with Kirk Cousins, who, by the way, has started 7 games for the Redskins. 9 games. He's 2-7 in those games. 8 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. He will throw it to the other team. And in big games like the game 2 years ago against my Cowboys late in the year, when my Cowboys had to go to the Redskins and win that game to stay afloat in the playoff chase, Kirk Cousins was terrible. I was rooting against him. I was like, go Dallas, go.
What really went wrong?
You got bad decisions, bad throws. He said himself that he was pressing somewhat. I think that's part of it. But also, you were talking about the yardage, Aaron, last week. Just remember, one play, one game doesn't make a player. He's a young guy.
Yeah.
He looked like a player that was in his 6th start and that there were things that he hadn't seen. He got to a point to where he was staring down receivers. He was looking at the rush. You go back and you look at the film, and I did that. I looked at this game 3 different times, and you will see situations where he's in the pocket. It's a clean pocket. And he has an opportunity to get the ball to a receiver, but he's just throwing it because he knows he's about to take the hit, and he's just throwing it up for grabs.
My problem with trading Cousins right now, 2 things. One, after that, he got progressively worse with more and more reps each week, more and more first-team reps. You look at that Giants game, I mean, I don't know what he could fetch right now. And he's more valuable to you for this reason, keeping him. Any coach that comes in here, Robert's a project. Okay, I was talking to a member of the organization about this on Sunday. Robert is clearly a project. And you don't know, the brace will come off next year. Hopefully he'll regain a lot of speed, quickness. But he still has to learn how to read defenses. He still has to learn pocket presence. And if you're a coach coming in here, you're going to be like, wait a minute. The other kid didn't look great in those 3 games either, but he's young and he's a pro-style guy. Well, let me hedge my bet here a little bit. I'm keeping both of these guys.
Kirk, are there other areas besides the turnovers that you yourself, when you go back and watch films, say, I have to be better in that area, I have to do this correctly for me to take the next step?
I think situational awareness is a big deal. When you look at the first interception, it was second and something like 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, backed up in our own territory. You can play conservatively there and throw the ball out of bounds, and I think there's a level of maybe I'm trying to find a completion as many times as I possibly can, where maybe the better option is to not try to find a completion if you don't see one and find an incompletion out of bounds. So, that's, situational awareness would be the answer to your question, to just get better. And that comes with time. That comes with playing and experience. And that's something that I do believe I will improve upon and can improve upon. It's not something where I look and go, oh my goodness, I can't get better at this. I think that's something that I can and will get better at.
Thanks, Kirk.
Thank you.
Well, the guy named Kirk Cousins has 23 starts, all right? And it was just recently that he had consecutive wins, all right? He's looking for his 3rd consecutive win. Randy Moss talked about not being as good on the road. Well, that's what happens with young quarterbacks. Russell Wilson struggled a little bit on the road early in his career. Now doesn't matter to him where he plays. Kirk Cousins is the key. This guy he's proven to everybody, including me, that he is the legitimate starting quarterback for the Redskins. And he's probably going to sign a new contract here and be their guy going forward.
I wrote songs that made tears fall. I wrote songs that made your ex call. Songs that make grown men get down on bended knee. And the thing that I do, you only gonna get from me, but I'm so underrated. Looking at my watch, it's about that time I done patiently waited. And I hate you can hear me. I done made these companies a whole lot of paper, but with all this success I still wanna be greater. Gave a good return when the streets bare. The truth is that I ain't really peaked yet, and I can't get the things that he get. Damn, I'm so underrated. Looking at my watch, it's about that time I done patiently waited. And I hate it that I'm so underrated. I hope you hear the song and know I'm singing from the heart, and I'm kinda faded. I wasn't created to be so underrated. God, I gotta give, but they just don't see me. Oh, from all prayers, I hope you can hear me. Hey, I'm about to switch the style up, and if they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. And now when I hit the stage, they gon' scream my name, so somebody must have turned the crowd up. And they gon' pay about $1 million for the show. G6 on that runway, gas up, ready to go. And we gon' laugh about the days I was broke and so underrated. Looking at my watch, it's about that time I done patiently waited. And I hate it, I'm so underrated. I hope you hear the song and know I'm singing from the heart, and I'm kinda faded. I wasn't created to be so underrated. God, I gotta give, but they just don't hear me. Got some prayers, I hope you hear me.
You like that? You like that?
Look at what putting our foot on the gas pedal the whole time has done.
That's what I did last week too. I'm gonna keep doing that, dude.
Basically, man, it's just like,
Dude, I'm learning.
the first like 7 or 8 games, it was like, well, we don't want to put it all on me because I'm new. But now that we're doing that, it's been our best shot.
Yeah, he was calm as the moon, told me it was darker than June. I gave him no argument, I could feel the authentic cool and the smooth in his talk when he walked in the room. Filling my apartment with gloom and a cough every few bars, delivering caution to muse. When things fall apart, you gon' part with a few shards of your heart left with the rest in the tomb. Devil in the blue dress, blessed with a new set of two to his left on the quest for a groom. They knew I hadn't slept from the stress. In exchange for a soul, there's a throne where they rest the accused. I ain't even checked for the views, but I felt like the checks I accrued were a hex if the best I could do was put a few sets in the pews to remove text whichever direction they choose. I watch his physical form fade, a 6'4" figure with 4 chains that he could never forfeit. Each one of the men on a horse gave his spirit so that he could see more days. It doesn't matter which body that I possess, I always carry the sheet chin on my chest. Even if I was slain, a corpse up in the grave, no soul can hold the gold without death. She was thin and she spoke in curses. On the skin wrote quotes in cursive with a pen that was formerly the sole throat poem. The servants adorned the horns just to showboat on purpose again. And if I would join the rest covered and maybe get accustomed to fire, and if I'm heartbroken, she could take on the form of an ex-lover and any other girl I desire. With a venomous kiss, a quick flick of the blade across a vein where the liquor dispensed the champagne. A continuous drip, I abstain with a name like Whoosh, not many resist, I was told. No mortal man can speak it, the dead only read it in the church. Once below the cement, they curse to repeat it. And those in the land of the living only hear it in reverse. She said, do you like how I deceive you? Squeeze the life out of everything that you cling to. I could be the wife that you would never leave, cause you would never believe that I could be that evil. You never did see through kind, and I would never leave you. What I mean is I'll leave you blind, so you would never see who lies by you while you buy me to see through kind. Yeah. They follow me to the balcony. I could sense a heavy rain coming. Flip my hood up and instruct both figures to battle me if they came here to take something. He said you can never die physically, a gift and a curse. I suggest you switch with me, return to the earth. I dispose of enemies, never to be found. I've been alive for centuries. You think you the first to wanna throw hands with the keeper of time that roam lands? 2 kings at a time, an old man that could be 25. My whole plan was to be in eyes, the nomads of a deviant tribe. So you'll fail, but it's easy to try to see the key in me. ID and the cause of the plight of a false deity lies in the idea. The eye is an all-seeing, and I am the wrong being to die in the calm secrecy. It's the 5th of August, and I find myself wishing I could split with all this. Got me feeling like maybe we could switch regardless. By December, I might descend to be just as heartless. Right hand is a gun, my left hand is signed for.
Thanks, Kirk. Thank you. Guys. That's it, Charlie. How many of them picked us to win the division?